Hi guys, welcome back to my mother's channel. I'm going to do a quick garden update, and I have a little helper here who's going to pick the tomatoes for me. Thank you all for your advice. I did make some adjustments according to your advice, and I'm going to do some things differently next year. So it was 2 weeks ago when I made that other video. As you can see, the cucumbers are flourishing. We don't have any big enough to pick yet, but we will soon. We have a lot of little tiny ones. My neighbor says that he plants ryegrass in the fall, winter ryegrass in the fall, and I guess it grows in the fall, in the winter, and he turns it over with his soil in the spring. I'm not using Miracle Grow anymore. I'm giving that to my other neighbor. I'm watering in the evenings again, which is what I used to always do. But then I started trying to water in the mornings. But then I couldn't water early enough in the mornings, and it just wasn't working out. I put the shepherd's hook here because they needed the ones in the middle needed something to climb. I did see one that was a little bigger down here. I don't know if I could find it. So I'm hoping all of those make. I have a lot of flowers. And look, there's a bee. If all the flowers turn into the cucumbers, then we'll have a nice cucumber salad. You see those bees, Issa? There's one that's a little bigger.
I was gonna get stung.
No, they're not gonna sting you.
You're gonna affect the bee.
Look, Issa. We got a big cucumber down there.
I can see.
I love finding the vegetables.
Let me see.
Right there.
Oh,
You see it, Issa?
yeah.
Okay. We could pick it now, but we'll wait another day or two. I used some 7 dust. I'm not happy with the tomatoes. I'll show you those in a minute. I used my organic fertilizer again and some 7 dust. The gardener at the nursery told me he never heard of using the Epsom salt in the vegetable garden. He uses it more for flowers. But I used it about 4 weeks ago, and it did seem to help. So far we have one cucumber we can pick this week. I have a lot of blooms on the tomato plants. So I was telling him that I don't like the way the base of the plants look. And so he said I have a bee around my head. He said they probably had a bug too, so he said he didn't have the product that he likes to use, so he said the 7 dust would help. Alrighty, so go back there and pick those tomatoes.
Which tomato?
The red one, the 2 big red ones.
Okay, but I think this king bee does poop on here.
All right, go in the other way so that, because I tied that so Ife would stop coming in.
No, I can't come in here. That's right.
Anyway, the tomato plants just don't look healthy. They're not, I didn't use the cages this year. I guess next year I'll go back to the cages because I don't like the way the
Can you wipe this off,
stakes and the
please?
twine are holding them. All right, we'll do it when we go inside. Anyway, I'll keep working on them, but in the meantime, we do have tomatoes coming in, so I guess that's the important part. Issa, hold the base with your left hand and pull the tomato with your right hand. Good. And show them. Uh-oh. Now hold it up again. Took a picture of you. All right, get the other red one.
Wait, we need something to hold.
No, we're just picking the 2 tomatoes. We don't need the wagon. Normally when we harvest, we put everything in a wagon, but we're not picking that much today. Get the darker red one. Yeah. Hold the base. Good.
I didn't even hold the base.
All right, you want to get a green one to roast? How about you get this green one?
Why? Because it's darker?
Because it's bigger. How many green tomatoes do you want? 1 or 2?
100.
Let's just do 2. Do this one.
No, long one this time.
Okay, those are the Roma tomatoes.
Roma?
Mm-hmm. All right, here, take them inside. Thank you. Can you come back in this way? Which way are you going, Issa?
Let's get a little eggplant. That eggplant over there. Here.
Well, go put them over there.
Over there.
Maybe we should have got something, a little bag.
Yeah, let me go find something.
No, Issa.
Yes, let me just go find something.
So, let me know if you have any more recommendations for these tomato plants.
I'm trying to plant.
Trying to pull up
Can
the
you
weeds.
untie the plant for me?
No, I'm not untying it. I try to pull up the weeds every week if I can, but don't always have the time. So we have a Black Beauty eggplant coming there. Looks like we had another flower, but I guess it dried up. They don't look as healthy to me as they normally do either, but I bought them from a different place this year. I normally buy my eggplant plants from Stop and Shop, believe it or not. Everything else I normally bring from seeds. This year I bought all of the plants from Lowe's, and then I used a nursery for some of the other ones. I think this is a patio baby white eggplant, so I never grew that before. This one is the Black Beauty, and this one. We love eggplants. I cook them and everything. I stew them with tomatoes. I stew them with chicken. Yesterday, actually, I cut it up thin and cooked it with kielbasa sausage, and now we're eating that over rice. This is a pepper plant. A lot of little buds there. I don't remember what kind of pepper it is. I think it's some variation of a hot pepper. The scallions are still doing good. Oh, that's a good idea.
It's for sand.
Well, it's good for the vegetables since we don't have a lot.
So we're gonna get an eggplant.
That's the ghost pepper. It's getting a little taller. It was real short for a long time there. This one is a pimento pepper. This is my jalapeno pepper.
Which one is bigger, Mom?
What?
The plant.
The ghost pepper. It got a little taller. It was real short at first.
Really?
This one is my bell pepper. I already picked one off of it. I picked one jalapeno too. This is the pimentos.
Excuse me.
This one I think is another pimento. More scallions. We cook with a lot of scallions and we make seasoning from the scallions and cilantro.
Where's that little egg?
This is a chili pepper. There's another patio baby. Move.
A patio baby?
That's what it's called. They said it gets to be the size of an egg. So I said, well, if I can get a dozen of them, then maybe we can cook something.
Okay, I want to pick
You
it.
don't have to pick it yet.
Yes, pick
All
it.
right, we'll roast it with the tomatoes.
Okay, pick it.
Good. Put it in the basket. Watch, don't step on anything. Okay,
Okay, but Mom.
here's another one. I never grew them before, and the lady told me, oh, they grow just like regular eggplants, but obviously they don't. Come out of the garden, Issa.
Mommy, why can't we get one of these?
We have a whole bag full inside. I cut down. Okay, I think the video cut off.
Okay,
So we
these
were-
ones are dead. The ones that have purple roots are dead.
Yeah, all of that needs to come off. So what I was saying is, I went back to basics on my herbs. I always used to have them in the garden. So
See
I
this
put the
one?
yeah, I
This
see it.
one is dead.
So I moved the parsley, basil, and mint back into the garden. They used to always flourish in the garden. Last year I moved them into pots to have them closer to the back door. So while I was cooking, it would be easier to get them. Now this year, I tried the planters, which, as you saw, did not work at all. But anyway, it's better there in the garden because then we have more space in the driveway there to play basketball and stuff and don't have to worry about knocking over the plants. I went ahead and threw some romaine lettuce in here. A friend of mine had some and it was good. I used to do lettuce a few years ago, but I think it was the green leaf lettuce and it was really bitter. So we tasted hers and it wasn't bitter. It had a little bitter aftertaste. So I said, I'll go ahead and grow some. She also had celery, which I didn't get to get any of that yet. All right, we're almost done, Issa. And then I put my mint back in my garden. The gardener over at the nursery said, just try to localize it in one area, and if it pops up in other areas, just pluck it like a weed. So that's what I'm doing because I really used to enjoy having it in the garden. When I put it in the pots, it didn't do well, and as you see in the planter, it was not doing well either. So sometimes change is good and sometimes it isn't. So we went back to basics. Also over on this side from where the herbs are,
Mom, we
from where
got
the
more
basil
than one.
is
We got
over,
two. We
used to
got
be a tree.
two little eggs.
So I actually have more space now since we removed that tree and it gets a little more light. Okay, Issa, say bye.
Wait, Mom.
What?
We didn't do the pots. We didn't
No,
do
we're not doing that today. We're just doing the garden.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get...
We also used to have a tree where the rose bush is. So since the trees came down, we have more sun and actually have more space. So once again, Husani was right. I'll be watering it later. All right. Bye, guys.